Hey everyone, back again for Project Hospital episode 3. I know it's been a while and a few people have been asking for this, so I just thought I'd carry this series on now. And we're getting right into it. This episode's not going to be crazy, it's just me feeling the game again because I've been out for quite a long time, so just kind of getting used to all the functions and hotkeys and etc. I'm just building some toilets here on the general ward. You see left and right, boys and girls, same pattern. Women's got more toilets, just kind of making everything symmetrical. Nothing crazy happens in this episode. I just kind of finished the bottom floor of the buildings that we want, and yeah, like I said, because I've been out for a while, it's nothing too crazy, just kind of getting used to the game. And we go back in episode 4 and really start getting creative with our ideas. But this episode just kind of like putting everything down, finishing the general ward off, and the 2 rooms that we got down there, putting some pillars there. I see these in kind of the big open hospitals. You see these big pillars, they usually got like seats and TVs etc around. This area is just kind of like, you know, you walk in, you know, there's a few seats, few TVs, shops etc. There's no way you can you could probably do shops, but there's no kind of equipment for it. But we might actually dive into that aspect next week on that episode and see what happens. But yeah, anyway, I'm just kind of like fleshing out this whole area now. This is where, you know, the general ward will be upstairs, and you know, people can walk in through this area where people will be sitting. You know, you come down here, if you're on the ward and you can walk and you can get out for some fresh air, you come down here, you sit down, relax. So yeah, just filling that area in. Like I said, I'm going to go back on this and really get creative with the pillars and stuff. Maybe make this area a little bit more asymmetrical with some designs. Really start making it pop. I was going to put some doors here, but then I thought, no, just leave it like that. Just put some windows out there, making it all symmetrical. It's just my head. I need to move something to make it symmetrical, and then we're going to move on to the MRI and the CT rooms that are in the blue ward, which are down here. I'm just kind of like feeling it out now. You know, just going to get rid of this all, and looking up these 2 rooms, I did the CT room first. I think I did. They're both very similar machines. I do the CT ward first. There's just me trying to find the colour again. And I was looking up the ideas. For some reason, you know, they're very plain. Like the ones that I saw, very plain rooms. There's not much in them apart from that big machine. But the images that I saw, some images will be on the screen later on. They're fantastic. They're so creative in what they do. They look so amazing. And you know, these rooms are very plain for me at the moment. Like I said, we're going to go back next week on that episode and really get creative with these, get funky. I just wanted to put some buildings down, just so I have a foundation to work on. But like I said, we're going to go back on these rooms, really get creative. But as you can see, I'm just kind of giving it a spare room. That room, you know, like X-ray room, like most rooms, you know, you have these back rooms for the doctors sitting. They look through these big windows. I tried to do something different here, but I scrapped that idea. Just putting the desk down. And I'm going to show you some images now of these CT rooms in other hospitals around the world. And they're fantastic. They're amazing. Look, they're so beautiful. Like, this is what I want to try and do. This is what I'm going to try and incorporate in these rooms. By changing it all around, maybe give it some plant life, you know, really bring it to life. But at the moment, like I said, just want to plot everything down. So yeah, that's the CT room done. You know, just kind of like feeling it out, getting it all, just chopping that off, making it a bit symmetrical, putting some windows down so you can see kind of through. But I did want them relatively next to each other. These 2 rooms are very similar, so I don't want them, you know. Like I said, if you see the equipment, I know that some of you say, that equipment doesn't go in that room. It's just general equipment. This game, you know, I've been out for quite a while. Here's me just contemplating, like, what's the difference between these 2 machines? Yeah, I know that some of you like, that equipment doesn't go in that room. Well, you know, I thought by the time I got back into this game that it'd have more of a variety in like aesthetics and everything, but nothing's really changed, which is disappointing. So yeah, this is a much smaller room, kind of similar design, just one person will be in this room. Just slap some equipment in, and yeah, like I said, this episode was just plucking some buildings down. We're going to go back on next week's episode and really dive into these, give it some really good flavor. And I'm gonna do the outside as well. Like here, I'm just doing the waiting room, etc. There's not much to say here, but I really wanted to get back into the feel of things by doing this. And I might change these pillars. I might make my own custom pillars. Not too sure. Like I said, you can only really get squares, but might make more. I'll see how that goes anyway. So yeah, there's not much to say. Like I said, just plucking some down. We're gonna start upstairs. So off camera, I'm gonna sort the car park out. All the green areas you see, I'm gonna fill in with kind of concrete and put like some garden there, and etc. And yeah, so I'm really happy that it's done. I'm really happy to get back into this. I know it's been a while, but I'm determined to finish the series off and make sure we have a big old big old hospital, big old crazy hospital. Yeah, so here's the finished design of the finished floor, and I really hope you guys like it so far. If you do, I just give it a thumbs up, tell me what you'd like to see, and like I said, I'm gonna go back and really design, really flesh out these, and we'll start on the upstairs next week. So I hope you enjoy it, stay safe, and peace.